I literally had to make a hole in Windows 11. Let me explain why. So today, instead of this video, I was supposed to announce a new free and open software made by me. It's a system monitor that shows internet download and upload speed plus GPU, CPU, RAM, and temperature on the taskbar. There is this really popular program, or let's just say was, called NetSpeedMonitor, which used to show the download and upload speed of internet. That's it. And I wanted a successor of this, basically, which not only shows the internet, it also shows more, like RAM usage, CPU, you get the idea. Okay, there is already a successor. Let me actually show you guys, called Traffic Monitor, which is also pretty good, but there is a problem with this. It relies on another third-party software to pull out most of the infos, like the GPU info. And there is a vulnerability with the driver, and that what happens when you rely on third-party software and you don't update your software. So this is the software that I have been actually using for a very long time, but it looks like they have not updated the software and have not fixed the vulnerability that the third-party software has. Now, behold to my program. I don't know if that's how you say it. I'm just gonna launch it, just gonna debug it. Actually, it's not fully complete. Actually, it's already usable if you want to, but I still didn't get the time to launch it on GitHub. This is the program, my original creation, called Kilobit System Monitor. This program shows the CPU, RAM, GPU usage on your taskbar, plus the internet download and upload speed, plus a GPU temperature. Let me toggle this on, and now you can hopefully see at the bottom there is actual real-time monitoring going on here, and it looks fantastic. Okay, now let me explain why I had to make a hole and why this program's release got delayed. Okay, before this, I wanted to make this a overlay on top of the taskbar, but no matter what I do, it wasn't possible. When I launch the start menu, the overlay will go behind the taskbar and it won't show up again. We have to launch that again. So it took me whole day just trying to figure out how can I make this possible. Like, I want this to be constantly visible on taskbar. There was some shell integration methods. You can just tie this overlay with a taskbar overlay, but that was also not working. Windows 11 is kind of weird. So I came up with an idea. I don't know how, but what I did was actually made a hole in taskbar overlay so it stays on top of the taskbar. Actually, it's not on top of the taskbar. It's actually behind the taskbar, and I made hole so it's like see-through. Okay, now making a hole was a good idea, but if the hole is fully transparent, if you have some colorful wallpaper, it will not look good. So to fix that, I also made a background behind my overlay to cover the hole with any color that you want. Right now there are some presets, okay, only few colors. Okay, let's select the blue, and you can see now at the bottom we have blue background, and I also made the rounded corner in the hole so it looks like the actual widget instead of a hole. So I also gave it a name, hole punch hole, or something that we see on the phone's cameras. So this is how I was able to achieve this, and I'm like really excited to actually announce this. I'm still working on this application. So yeah, this is basically a successor of NetSpeedMonitor that is as lightweight as the NetSpeedMonitor, plus it shows more info, not only internet download and upload speed, it shows the real-time GPU, CPU, and RAM usage, plus the temperature. We'll talk about the temperature when I release this. Okay, I'll give you guys more insight on how this works and can we show the CPU temperature too and all that. So while we're at it, now you know why I made hole in Windows 11, how this thing works. Okay, this is actually literally a hole. Okay, it's a see-through hole where my widget sits. the overlay sits. And this overlay can be dragged around. Now you can see there is a problem that the wallpaper is see-through. Okay, it's like, you got the idea. Now I can apply any color, and I can also adjust the background opacity with that color and make it look good. Okay, even if it looks a little bit different, since we have perfect rounded corners and all that, it looks good. So I'm actually really proud of this that I made. This is one of my most precious work. This is something that I actually use from a third-party application. Okay, I have this. If you check my old videos, you'll see a similar overlay on my taskbar showing the system info. But now I have decided to make my own, so I can keep this up to date, plus I can keep it secure. And my program doesn't rely on any third-party program or driver, so it's absolutely safe to use. And it's pulling all the info from the system. So there is nothing going on here. And this app is built using Rust and Slint. It's super lightweight, doesn't use much system resources, and I'll also optimize it even further. Now, since you already saw the program while we're here, let me show you guys a couple of things. There are different variants of the widget, the overlay, that's what I call it. This one is standard. Okay, we have compact, it gets smaller. Okay, we have icon. Now it shows the icon instead of the text. And one more thing, let me actually show you guys. If you use a transparent taskbar, you don't have to use the punch hole or the hole. Okay, like I'm gonna use the Windows 11 taskbar styler. You can see now the taskbar is completely transparent. I can decrease the transparency of the background. Now it sits just like this. Okay, now I'm gonna implement the transparent taskbar option in here, so people who prefer completely transparent taskbar, yeah, they can just use that, and the punch hole thingy, the hole that I made, won't be necessary. Or still, if you want it to appear like widget, let's say, okay, you still want some background in the overlay, yeah, you got it. Okay, you can pick the color. I'll add more color options, and you can also change the text color to whatever you want, maybe green. That looks cool. Yeah, I have not completed this. Okay, it's near perfect actually, and it's super lightweight. And this is something that I have been using the third-party applications. Now I don't have to, because I have my own app. Now I can keep this up to date if needed, and I can keep this more secure. Since I'm using Rust, it's even better than the C++, at least in memory management thingy. Okay, I don't think you guys need to know that, or maybe you guys need to know that. The main thing you need to know is that this is super lightweight program that shows actual real-time info of your system or the usage, like the CPU, RAM, GPU, and also the GPU temperature. It's actually pretty cool. And just in case if you don't know, I have a GitHub page. There I have actually made two programs called SCR-CPUI GUI and WinFR Pro. So yeah, I try to make useful, free and open source softwares now these days. Thanks to AI, yes, I'm doing the white coding, but even with the white coding, man, it takes a lot of effort and time. So yeah, you can check out my GitHub page and check out my other softwares like SCR-CPUI GUI and all that. And if you want to support me, just find a way to support me. There is Patreon and everything. If I get enough support, I can actually dedicate half of my time for building a free and open source softwares. Yeah, these are just small projects. I want to make big projects. I think it's also possible to make some alternative softwares that are actually huge, like Photoshop and all that. I have actually thought about it, but I don't know if I can do it, because it will definitely take so much time, but the time and money is the problem. Okay, so yeah, this is my third but first original project, and I hope you guys like it. And after 1 or 2 days, you'll see this product live on GitHub, and I'll also make an announcement video. Don't worry about that. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to release this. Okay, and Couple more things. You can just left click and drag it to wherever you want. Okay, so wherever you want. I prefer to the left side because there is nothing on the left side. I'll just put it there. If you right click, you can also lock the position just like that. And I need to fix the theming here. I want to make this part dark because it's white. So there are a couple of things I need to do before I can publish it. So now once we lock the position, it's not draggable. Okay, you can drag and all that. So yeah, everything is almost done. Almost 80% is complete. Okay, and hopefully in future I can make this even better. It's already better actually for most people, at least for me, because this is something I have been actually doing using the third-party software. Now I own one of those kind of software. Isn't that cool? Yeah. And that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or have any suggestions, or you want to help me with my projects, yeah, you can also contribute, support, or whatever you can. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself and have fun. Bye bye.